since you started doing a little bit of the YouTube and online content in Kenya, uh, did you reach out to any like YouTubers? Are there people who reached out to you, or just like the online community when it comes to social media? How are you embracing it?
It's a good question. To be honest, I just met Farhana Oberson. It was a coincidence.
Who's that? No, I know her.
Is
I know
that
I'm
chick
joking.
from Mombasa, you
No,
know?
I know
know
her.
you
I
do.
know her. I'm just playing.
I know. It was a coincidence. So I didn't reach out to her. She didn't reach out to me. We met at a place and we became friends.
Oh, okay.
But outside of that, I met Sharon from This Is S as well, coincidentally. But we were going to do something together, but we never ended up doing it. I don't reach out to anyone. Yeah, because I kind of posed my YouTube channel anyway.
But that's where you get like your source of inspiration.
It's true. It's
At
true.
times when you have like people who kind of are going towards a direction, or they're doing things that interest you as well, they would influence you to actually have like different ways of approaching it.
Yeah, definitely, and it's a good way of marketing as well. But the video that you saw on my channel, the last one with Doha is my best friend, and she started her channel.
Tell her she needs to be on the podcast as
Okay,
well.
I
Set it
will.
up. Set it up.
She'll be happy.
Set it up. And just like apart from Farah and Farhana, sorry, Farhana and S.
I see the others at events and stuff
Are there
like
people
that.
that you've noticed, like, and this
Of
person
course,
is
I
doing
follow
something admirable?
Patricia, I follow Nancy, I follow Joy on Instagram. I watch their videos.
The big wigs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I see them sometimes, but I don't engage that much.
Why?
I don't know. It's just a different world from mine.
Okay.
I'm sure they're really cool, and I follow them because they're awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't like transactional relationships.
What's that? What do you mean by that?
It's when you talk to someone just because you want to get something out of them. And I feel like those
Like
girls...
how I invited you to the podcast so that I can
No.
have more content?
No, that's different. So I mean as in friendships.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
So
It
if I
can-
would talk to these girls, I'm sure they would feel like they probably get so many messages and so many people coming up to them for something.
And especially like for just women in general, especially like on the online platform,
Yeah.
it can be very superficial as well.
It
So
is.
you don't want to be one of those people as well who's coming to like, yo,
Yeah.
can I do?
Exactly. If I want something from you, then I have to give you something back. And at the moment, I don't have anything back to give. So I'll stay on the side. But that's why I love my relationship with Farhana, is because it's pure friendship.
Just
you know?
organic, yo.
Yeah, it just happened.
And just like from the video I saw with you and your friend, I think that's a really nice. I know you've only done like one of those videos, right?
Yeah, it was the first time that I did something like that. Makeup is not my niche.
Yeah.
But Doha is starting her YouTube channel, and she's amazing. She can talk about makeup like a doctor can talk about a disease.
What?
Yeah, she's so
Make
passionate.
sure. Can you set it up for next week?
I will.
I'll
be
tell
your
you why.
assistant.
Because I have like friends who I know they're doing well in the makeup community and stuff, and I've tried to reach out to them, and they're like, you know what, I don't have time. So yeah, why shouldn't I bring somebody who actually would want to talk about it, their experience and everything? And that's why
she's amazing, because she just started and she's consistent and she works hard at it, and she has other things going on, but she makes sure that she has that time during the day where she's editing and posting videos, and I couldn't do that because it's so much work, and people don't realize that content creation is work. They're like,
it's
oh,
crazy.
she's an influencer, easy life. I
crazy.
hate those comments. When I see Farhana in Doha, I'm just like, wow, this is a job, and it's a full-time job. It's not just like part-time.
the consistency part is where it's really, really hard.
And that's where I struggled.
Yeah. That's where like a lot of people like just decide to quit, and that's why like for me, I'm telling you, even with the podcast, I'm just trying to shoot as much as I can, but be able to provide people content every week. I don't want to start feeding people with this information and all these lovely conversations, and then after like 2 months, like, I'm tired, or I get busy, or life happens, and then I just can't be able to give you the same thing that I
Mm.
feeding you like in January, that wouldn't be fair even to the audience.
And honestly, I have so much respect for you guys who keep posting, because it's an ongoing battle against your own laziness.
True.
Procrastination and making excuses for yourself. Like, oh, I've got this to do and I've got that. Oh, but I prefer making quality content than quantity. That's all bullshit. It's just...
It's laziness.
It's lazy. It's pure laziness. And I am the definition of that right now. But yeah.
When it comes to just the online community, I saw a post that you posted, and you know, you were talking about followers, that you know you'd rather have like a few followers who are genuine rather than have this big community that you know doesn't even like really care about you. Do you think people get swallowed or lost in that hype? Because like right now everybody just wants that verification like you know sign. They want 100k followers.
Yeah, I can understand that. It depends on your goals. So if your goal is to be sponsored by other companies, then you need the numbers. So it's legit. Go chase those numbers.
Not really.
They look at the numbers. How many people watch your stories? How many people like your posts?
Because you can buy numbers, you know that, right?
Yeah, but I'm sure they can verify that. The engagement numbers.
Not in Kenya.
But the people who follow you, maybe they don't look at that number, but they'll look at the numbers in terms of like who watches your story and stuff like that. So if you get a contract with like a big brand, before working with you, they'll go and check those numbers. So I can understand that the chase is important for some people. For me, it's not, because my goal was not at the time when I started this whole having my own business thing.
Yeah.
My goal was not to work with other companies and be sponsored and get free stuff and do reviews and stuff like that. My goal was to be my own boss, create a course that I would post online and sell to my audience. And my audience could have been 1,000 people who would buy my course. 1,000 people buying like a $20 course is really good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need 10,000 followers. I just need 1,000 people who are passionate about weaving and who would buy my products because they answer their demand.
The reason why I'm saying like, you know, numbers aren't really like a thing, or people buying numbers, it's because let's say you have 30k followers, right? 30k followers. All you need is $1 from every person who's following you. And at the end of the month, how much do you have?
$30,000.
Yeah. Would you need a sponsorship from anyone if you're making 30,000?
Why would they give you $1 though? You need to create
No, there's
something.
Patreon things. Yeah, you can give them like value. You can create. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, for like people who like have those crazy numbers.
Yeah.
If your intention is actually like making money, you don't want to get an impact or anything, just tell people, you know what, I have this Patreon thing, and you know, I just want you guys, all you need to do is just donate like $1 every month, and then maybe I'll give you an exclusive video of this. I'll give you like a one-on-one session, FaceTime to this and that. I'm just guessing.
You rely on people your whole life then.
I'm just saying $30,000 isn't bad for if you do it for like 3 years.
You get it.
3 years.
It's not sustainable.
No, like guys are doing it in the States though.
Yeah.
Patreon and it's because like, you know, people commit to your content. They're like, we like your content. So for 1 year, all I need to do is give you $12. That's it.
Find
like I'm a loyal
fan.
fan.
Kenya who would Patreon you like this.
I don't know them.
No one is ready to spend $1 on it. I mean, there's so much misery in this world.
It's not a lot to an average Kenyan, but I'm just saying that I think that's the direction that the digital platform is going.
I don't like that direction.
But that's where we're going though. That's where we're going, because for influencers,
$1 to an association or something, an orphanage or something like that. Like,
I can say at the end of the month, I'm buying kids toys every end of the month. Wouldn't you give me that $1?
No, then I would buy the toy myself. Of course not. Why do I have to go through you? But I feel you.
Be ordering some Fashion Nova every month. People will be just upset. But I know what you're saying.
But the culture is different in the West, yeah?
Very different. Very different.
I mean, here it's hard to get money from people for goods in the first place.
Yeah.
So imagine influencers
For content,
For
it's
content,
tricky, yeah.
it's almost impossible.
I don't know how you linked up with Concrete Roses for
Instagram.
social media. Why didn't you mention them then? When I asked about people you met online, like in
Because I
Kenya.
thought you meant YouTubers.
Oh yeah, okay. For
Yeah.
then I meant YouTubers. Okay, true. Okay, but how did that just come along? Because they're like good friends of mine, and I also
Yeah.
like. But I bumped into Suhan like in a sushi tasting session, like in their restaurant. Yeah.
For us, it was just like I followed them, and then they followed me back, and they saw my work, and they were like, "We need to do something together." And we both had this idea of incorporating weaving on clothes.
Jacket. Mhm.
Yeah. So we did it on the jean jackets, and it was amazing. They just look amazing. And yeah, people responding quite well to this product.
Do you think it's hard partnering with just people online in general? Forget about just YouTube, but in general, just approaching or linking up with somebody who like you don't know in person and just forming that chemistry. Do you think it's easy or just something that
I think it's really
far-fetched?
easy in Kenya. Because Nairobi is very small, so you bump into people that you see on social media, and if you have a special interest in someone and you know you could do something together, it's easy to see them somewhere,
True.
Like there's only a few events where
Yeah.
we all hang out or stuff like that, and then people are very approachable here because the scene is very small as well, so it's always a win-win. So yeah, it's quite easy.
And it's not that hard as compared to other places. And
Yeah.
like for me, I'm always thinking like, yo, as long as I've seen you online, like I think automatically at times in my head it just registers like we're friends. So that's the same approach. Like even when I'm approaching you, I'd come with the same basis, even though you don't know me.
Yeah.
I'd be like, and that's how like I even guessed a lot of guests, and just on my page you'll see a lot of people. But that's the approach that I use when I just want to link up with somebody for something, which works for me. I can't complain.
And you have the attitude, and your personality is very open and comfortable with other people, so it's even easier for you.
It's very rare in Kenya to find that. Very, very rare. Very rare.
Who said so?
Very rare. Hold on.